He didn't say the ghetto, he didn't say the hood, he didn't say the projects. He loved the slums. This was a shock.
Damn, I accidentally lived in one of Japan's biggest slums, and I loved it. This is the Nishinari ward in Osaka. It was obviously quite a shock when I first arrived because the rest of Japan is like super clean. But the drinks there and the supermarket food is super cheap. It's also quite close to some major attractions in Osaka. You can see many real-life zombies around the area. And at night, when you sleep, every hour you hear someone scream really loud for no reason. It is also where the red light district is located, called Tobita Shinchi. I took a stroll around there and holy f***, the stuff you would see there is quite crazy. Anyway, Nishinari is good. I would love to live there again.
Okay, alright. Okay, so yeah. He didn't say the ghetto, he didn't say the hood, he didn't say the projects. He loved the slums. No. I've lived in Japan over 20 years and I've passed through this area in Osaka countless number of times. It actually used to be really, really cool. It was where Festival Gate, big shopping malls there, and Spa World. I think Spa World is still there. It used to have jet coaster, roller coaster, and I actually rode it once years ago. And it was where I first bought, I think not Kitty-chan, but the little penguin guy. Anyway, Maru, Batsumaru. And they had a Sanrio shop there. And I love that little black and white character, Batsumaru. He was pretty cool. I said penguin. Maybe he's not a penguin. Anyway, this area is, for the most part, it's considered, yeah, maybe the slums of Osaka. And it has a very large homeless population. And I think that's what this gentleman called zombies. I can tell you from experience, driving through this area at night it can be dangerous. Dangerous not for my health, but dangerous because I'm driving and I have had people jump out in front of my car trying to get hit. I'm assuming they were trying to get hit. Yeah. And it has happened a couple of times. Yeah, I've never walked in this area at night. I've never walked in this area during the day, to be honest with you. But I've driven past this area countless number of times. And it is really not so dirty. I mean, his video, he's showing the worst of it, and this is kind of on the side street because the road passing this area is going towards this other area of Japan called, this other area of Osaka. This is one of the main roads you will drive on or walk on your way to Tennoji. And it is passing through this area. It is passing through this area. It's unfortunate because I think the majority of this, slummed out looking garbage, it's on the side streets of this road. So you don't really see it looking this bad. It's tough because, someone who doesn't have somewhere to stay should have somewhere to stay, and Japan is not the poorest country in the world. So fortunately, I have never really seen the police crack down on this area. I've never seen, the police cars drive through here all the time, but it's heavily populated by homeless people. And it's just become famous for a place where homeless people can go. This, and I think there's another park in Sakai that's also famous for where people can go if they don't have anywhere to live, if they don't have anywhere to stay. You'll see tents, you'll see cardboard boxes and things. You'll see a population there, which is really unfortunate. It's really sad. But it's not as... I have not seen it as dirty as some of these pictures. Obviously, I'm sure, again, on the side roads, it's a mess. But this area is really, yeah, it's really, it's not somewhere a tourist would want to go. It's not an area you really want to pass through. It's not an area you really need to walk around in because the trains will let you off near the popular spots that are near here. Again, there's a zoo not far from here. Like I mentioned, there's Spa World, which is like a public bath, onsen, ohuro. That's not far from here. I think there's a huge Don Quixote not far from there. I think I've been there once. Again, Tennoji is not far from here. And if you go the other direction, Namba is not far from here. All within all within a walking distance. And of course, there's Nipponbashi. It's like Osaka's Akihabara. It's not far from here either. All again within walking distance. Um, so I think recently, with the larger number of tourists coming to Japan, it's also become a very, very reasonable place to stay. Hotels. I'm pretty sure there are probably some minpaku, some Airbnbs, around this area as well. I can't say much about the screaming. And again, the zombies he's talking about, I'm pretty sure he's referring to some of the homeless people that are, you know, walking around, living around in that area. It's it's interesting that this person has I don't know his name, but yeah, it's interesting his take on he loved it. That's that's new for me. I mean, like I said, I've never really walked. No, I haven't. I've never walked in this area, but I've driven through several times. Actually, one of my favorite yakiniku butchers is not far from there, Tingachaya. It's a little bit further away, but you pass through this area. I can pass through this area to get there. And yeah, it's a great mom and pop butcher, great meat. Um, but again, I've never really walked in this area. I haven't seen this level of filth on the main streets, which is this area here. Yeah. Now, he mentioned the red light district, Tobita Shinchi. I think I've driven by it, passed by. Oh yeah, Tsutenkaku. I go to a different area to hang out and have fun, Kita Shinchi. And this area is called Tobita Shinchi. And when I used to say, I'm going to Shinchi, my friends would look at me like this. And then I had to learn, I need to be I need to be clear on which one I'm going to, where I'm going to meet up at. And Kita Shinchi is near Umeda, Yodoyagawa, and Umeda. Excuse me. Kita Shinchi is closer towards Umeda, kind of upscale bar club area. And obviously Tobita Shinchi is the red light district over here, near this area of Nishinari. Tsutenkaku is a big, tall structure that's also not far from here. Kushikatsu, wonderful dish, is very popular in that area as well. Pretty touristy spot, but again, it's all within walking distance of this area. So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of this area. My first home was in Fusei. They call it Deep Osaka, Higashi Osaka, and it could be a little, not slummy, but it could be a little rough. The drivers are definitely animated, but yeah, it's nothing like this area here. You don't need to hang out around here. Go to your touristy spots, enjoy the sightseeing places,